Well, welcome everyone to our final installment of Deltek's video blog series recognizing Social Media Week. I am joined here by my colleague Chris Cotner, our principal analyst on the state and local industry analysis team. Chris is here to talk about his blog and his report that he did on social media in state and local government use. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
So we will just jump right into it. My first question is how are state and local governments using social media and how has that changed over time?
Well, social media use has been growing exponentially just out in the general population, and we know in 2012, so if you just take Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, kind of the major third-party social media platforms, there's been about 500 million members growth in the last year. So that's pretty substantial growth, and state and local government is really paying attention to this. In some surveys that were done recently, we find that in 2011, use of Twitter was at about 60%, Facebook was around 80%, so it's pretty substantial usage. If you take a look at the largest 75 local governments or largest city governments, their growth in social media has also been pretty phenomenal. It's grown more than any other media platform that they use. And then if you come down and take a look at how state and local government predicts their use of social media will expand or grow in the future, and about 80% of those believe within the next 12 to 18 months that they will grow their use of social media.
So tell us how social media features in software solutions, applications, and mobile change the way that government can deliver services.
That's a great question, and social media really is changing how state and local government can deliver services. I think one of the important words or important aspects of social media to consider is engagement. And in the past, what government did is they more so gathered data and then sort of broadcast or delivered whatever message they wanted to have out to their constituents. What's happening now through social media and engagement is that government is able to enter in a two-way conversation. So they're gathering data while they're delivering it, and that's happening in a two-way conversation. State and local government that has been able to find more ways to engage with their citizens via social media has really found that to be a beneficial tool in their arsenal, so to speak. Another word to consider, I think, that is probably the most important aspect of social media moving forward is related to crowdsourcing. And what social media allows government to do when they're considering IT systems, whether we're talking about at the enterprise level or all the way down to a mobile application, is allows for them to gather data real time, what's happening sort of out there in their constituents, out there in their area of government. And this happens everywhere, and it's happening everywhere from enterprise applications and how state and local government is managing what's happening behind the scenes, all the way down to the delivery of mobile applications where state and local government is delivering a specific service through a purpose-built mobile application that then not only delivers the service but allows government to gather data sort of from the crowd or from their constituents directly and feed that right into their enterprise systems.
So what are the business opportunities here for government contractors?
In short, the business opportunity looks positive. It's growing. And what we found looking back at our data is the business opportunities in social media really started to accelerate around 2008, and that makes sense, goes along with the growth of social media. But what we've been finding is that social media opportunities are growing in virtually every area of government, and that may be hard for some people to imagine, but you have to expand your definition of what we mean by social media. And we're not talking just about integrating third-party social media solutions like Facebook or Twitter to what government's doing, but talking about including social media types of features in applications, whether they're mobile applications, enterprise applications, it really doesn't matter, but integrating social media types of features in those solutions. For example, you take a healthcare information exchange that a state's doing, and they may decide that they want to deliver some of their customer service through social media-like features as part of their solution. So citizens can come and interact directly with customer service agents that are part of the state, get questions answered, and then also interact directly with other constituents who are taking part in the information exchange or interact directly with some of the health insurance service providers. And that's just an example. So it's not so much about integrating Facebook into that healthcare information solution. It's more so about integrating social media types of features and social media functionality into how these solutions operate. People generally like how they interact with social media and how they communicate. So integrating those features into what government does really allows for that to be possible. So what we're finding is that when you expand that definition, there really is a pretty substantial growth opportunity. And we see the opportunities continuing to grow into the next several years. We really haven't reached any sort of a saturation point. We did find closing out in Q3 and Q4 of 2012, kind of going along with state governments catching up with some of their financial issues from the recession, and then also some of the uncertainty, taking a look at federal government spending. There was a little bit of a drop-off in solicitations in Q3 and Q4. But when we take a look at the numbers overall, we do see strong growth coming up for the rest of 2013. It looks really positive, taking a look at the numbers from January, and then looking even further out and sort of the opportunities that we have projected moving forward. We see that the opportunities are projected to continue to grow. And so when we take a look at the broader business environment and see what's happening with federal contractors right now, we know that state and local, in general, the finances are looking fairly positive. They have for the past 3 years. It's a good, general business direction to go. And social media is just another way for government contractors to try to take off a piece of that pie. And again, expanding the definition, and it's not about delivering Facebook or Twitter to government. It's about enhancing the products and features that you do have as a contractor with social media types of features. And they make those, it may just be a differentiator when it comes time to make a decision on who's going to win the contract. So in any way that those types of features can be integrated into solutions that currently exist or solutions that are on the drawing board, government's generally going to like those better. And anyway, so we just find that overall the business opportunity moving forward does look very positive.
All right, well, thank you so much for that analysis, Chris.
Anytime.
This concludes Deltek's video blog series celebrating Social Media Week. We do hope that you learned something. Please be sure to join us next time. Thank you.